Have you ever experienced the frustration of a man going silent on you? Don't worry, because in this video, we're going to give you 10 recommendations that will help you navigate this situation and come out on top. Recommendation number 1. Give him space. It's only normal to want to go after a man and demand explanations when he becomes silent. You are demonstrating to him that you respect his needs and boundaries by allowing him the space and time to analyze his thoughts and feelings. Spend this time concentrating on you and your requirements. Maybe you've been wishing to spend more time with friends or take up a new pastime. Do not forget that the purpose of giving him some distance is not to punish him or make him miss you. It's only to give you both some breathing room so he can return to you when he's ready. When he does, be careful to listen to him with an open heart and mind. Recommendation number 2. Communicate your feelings. It's simple to assume the worst when a man becomes silent and to feel uneasy or insecure. Instead of allowing your sentiments to go out of control, consider talking to him about them in a courteous and calm way. Start by communicating how you're feeling and what you need from him. You might require comfort or clarity regarding something he mentioned. Be concise and direct, whatever you say. By doing so, you can start a conversation and resolve the problem at its core. Also, it's critical to enter the discussion with an open heart and mind. You shouldn't enter the conversation intending to blame or accuse him. Instead, concentrate on coming up with a solution that benefits both of you. In any relationship, communication is essential. You're demonstrating to him that you value the connection and are prepared to work through any problems. That may emerge by being honest and respectful when you express your feelings. Recommendation number 3. Don't take it personally. It's simple to slip into the trap of taking a man's silence personally. You can start to doubt your value or wonder if you made a mistake. It's crucial to keep in mind though that his silence might not necessarily be directed at you. He can be going through a personal difficulty or he might simply be overloaded and in need of some space. It's important not to assume the worst and draw hasty assumptions. Try to tackle the situation with empathy and understanding rather than taking it personally. Try to put yourself in his position and consider the situation from his viewpoint. This can assist you in maintaining your composure and preventing emotional outbursts. Keep in mind that his behavior does not represent your value or worth. Regardless of how he is acting, you are worthy of love and respect. Recommendation number 4. Don't chase him. It can be tempting to want to go after a man and demand explanations when he becomes silent. Chasing him, though, is not the wisest move. For many guys, it can come across as needy or desperate, which can be off-putting. Take care of yourself and your own needs instead of running after him. Spend time with friends and family, partake in enjoyable hobbies, and place an emphasis on your own personal development. Even in the face of uncertainty, this might give you a sense of greater stability and security. You're also demonstrating to him that you respect his needs and boundaries by not chasing him. This can foster the mutual respect and trust that are essential for a successful collaboration. To make someone want you is not the point of a relationship, keep in mind. It's about creating a bond built on love, respect, and trust. You're building a solid foundation for a happy and rewarding relationship by putting your attention on yourself rather than running after him. Recommendation number 5. Focus on yourself. It's simple to become engrossed in the drama and ambiguity of the circumstance when a man remains mute. Therefore, try concentrating on yourself and your own needs instead of obsessing over his actions. Use this time to focus on your own development and self-care. Maybe you've wanted to attempt a new workout regimen or pick up a new skill. Whenever you decide to accomplish something, the time is now. Focus on developing a solid network of family and friends as well. Even in the face of uncertainty, maintaining perspective and being grounded can be made easier by surrounding yourself with positive and encouraging people. Keep in mind that his behavior does not represent your value or worth. No matter how he acts, you are a worthwhile and valued person. Recommendation number 6. Get support from friends. It may be a very lonely and perplexing experience when a man goes silent. You can analyze your thoughts and feelings, gain perspective, and preserve a sense of normalcy by talking to a trusted friend or loved one. Also, it can aid in easing the tension and fear that uncertainty frequently brings. Friends can also offer motivation and a sense of accountability. They could be able to motivate you to try something novel and interesting or help you keep focused on your own objectives and requirements. Asking for assistance and support when you need it is acceptable. They can assist you in navigating the circumstance with dignity and strength so that you may ultimately emerge from it stronger and more in control. Recommendation number 7. Consider his perspective. When a man remains silent, it's simple to assume the worst and draw hasty assumptions. It's crucial to take into account his viewpoint and keep in mind that he can be going through his own problems and hardships. He can be going through a personal issue, or he might be feeling overburdened and in need of some space. Try to face the problem with empathy and understanding, whatever it may be. This does not imply that you should forgive inappropriate behavior or absolve him of responsibility for poor communication. It just signifies that you're prepared to take into account his perspective and attempt to find a solution that benefits both of you. Also, by taking his viewpoint into account, you are demonstrating to him your regard for him as a person and your appreciation of his needs and boundaries. This can foster the mutual respect and trust that are essential for a successful collaboration. Keep in mind that maintaining a relationship is not about winning an argument or being correct. Recommendation number 8. Have patience. It can be immensely annoying and unsettling when a man remains silent. However, it's crucial to exercise patience and keep in mind that communicating effectively requires time and work. Consider that he might be experiencing his own problems and difficulties that are keeping him from speaking clearly. Keep in mind that relationships take time to develop and require work from both parties. You're demonstrating to him that you're willing to work toward a solution that benefits the two of you by exercising patience. Recommendation number 9. Let go if necessary. It can be tremendously distressing and perplexing when a man becomes silent. The greatest course of action, though, is occasionally to let go and go on. Keep in mind that you deserve to be with someone who respects you and can speak well. This does not imply that you should quit up without making an effort to resolve the situation. It could be time to move on, though, if you've tried talking to him but he isn't responding, or if he constantly displays disrespect or disinterest. Regardless of how he is acting, never forget that you are a valuable and deserving person. The time may have come to let go and move on if a man goes silent after you've tried everything to make things work. Although it might hurt initially, it can ultimately result in a happier and more satisfying existence. Recommendation number 10. Set boundaries. It's critical to establish limits and express your needs and expectations in a clear manner when a man becomes silent. Perhaps you and your partner need to connect and communicate more, or perhaps you both need some alone time and space. Whatever it may be, don't be scared to speak out and clearly and respectfully state your needs. You may protect your sense of self and avoid harm or being taken advantage of by setting boundaries. Keep in mind that establishing limits is not about dominating or influencing the other person. It's important to respectfully and clearly express your needs and expectations while enabling the other person to do the same. Hence, if a man becomes silent, attempt to establish limits and express your wants and expectations in a clear manner. So there you have it, 10 recommendations for when a man goes silent. Remember, it's not always about you, and sometimes the best thing you can do is give him space and focus on yourself. Be sure to check out the description below for more tips on love and relationships. Check out this playlist of the top 10 videos on relationship advice for women. And we'll see you in the next video. With love.